Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we are going to be talking about Kylian Mbappé once again. If you find this surprising, then you must be a new viewer. But basically every day until Mbappé either signs a new contract extension at PSG or joins Real Madrid, we will clarify and talk about Kylian Mbappé. We're also going to talk about Real Madrid's pre-season tour squad, which was released yesterday. So I'm a bit late to this party, but we'll go through that squad. Some players not joining as well. Also, the players are back with the squad. So players like Vinny Jr., players like Rodrigo, Tchouaméni are back. And we're also going to talk about some transfers, outgoings, and a player that Real Madrid could potentially look at as well. But let's start things off with Kylian Mbappé. Now, basically, he's reported back to PSG. Of course, they've got their pre-season tour in Japan. The last video that I talked about Mbappé, which was like 2 days, 3 days ago, I said that look, him going back to PSG for training and going for the tour wouldn't really be a huge cause for concern if you're a fan that wants Mbappe, because it's part of his contract and their pre-season tour is before the 31st of July, which is by when his deadline to make a decision. Today is the 20th, so countdown time 11 more days. All right, just over a week. But he still has to report back for training and report to preseason because it's part of his contract. So regardless of whether he reports back, which he did, it doesn't mean that he will definitely stay now. But of course, PSG want to get Mbappe out if he doesn't sign a new contract. Because it's almost like time wasting. If you're gonna come for the preseason tour but you're not gonna stay, then what is the point, right? That is PSG's kind of opinion and mindset. Of course, he reported back. He obviously had a talk with the 6 new PSG signings as well. But apparently, this is from Sky Sports. Basically, Nasser Al-Khelaifi had a talk with the whole team, the whole squad, right? And he was meant to have a meeting with Mbappe's mother regarding his future, but it did not take place. Now, this news is kind of interesting here, because could this be PSG, saying to Mbappe, nobody's bigger than the club, and if you're not, looking to stay, then this meeting that we are supposed to have isn't really needed and isn't necessary, because what is the point of having a meeting where you probably will leave in 10 days time anyways? If you make the decision that you are not going to sign a new contract, there is no point having this meeting again and again, because we've had this meeting before in the past. But I think PSG are really sick and tired of the games that Mbappe is playing. So they're really thinking to themselves, just make your mind up. If you want to stay, then fine. If you're not looking to stay, then we can easily get you out. Again, we need to point out that the player power is bigger and stronger here, because if he chooses to stay but not sign a new contract, he can still stay. But of course, the club then can, choose not to play him in games. But of course, he can choose to stay, not sign a new contract, get his bonus that he will probably get anyways, and then join Real Madrid in 2024, which I doubt that will happen. But because we've been bitten before by this. Mbappe is gonna join for free. Just hold on, just wait. Last summer we were waiting for Mbappe. What happened? He signed a new contract. The summer before we were told that we were gonna wait 1 more year, and we waited. And like I said, he signed a new contract. I'm almost sick and tired of this. Let's just wait one more season for Mbappe, shall we? Because it's simple. Either he chooses to join right now, or he can stay at PSG for as long as he wants. Because for all I care about, Real Madrid do not have to wait for Kylian Mbappe. Because Real Madrid have been waiting for Kylian Mbappe, and it's beaten Real Madrid. So there is no point having this conversation. Let's just wait for me for 1 more year. I promise, I guarantee ya, I will join for free after I rinse PSG of their money. Like, come on. Can we just be more realistic? Because there is no, just wait for me, I will definitely join. What if a bigger club, or not a bigger club necessarily, but a club that offers more to him, comes and says, look, Kylian, we are gonna give you this package, because he's gonna join on the free, so they don't have to pay a transfer fee. He will probably say, look, I'm sorry Real Madrid, I was really, really, really close to joining Real Madrid, but Manchester United have offered me more money and signing bonuses, so I'm gonna go there. You never know what's going to happen in football. So for me, this just wait for me for 1 more year thing is crap. It's full of crap. Like, honestly, it is. It's simple. Now or never. That saying. And Real Madrid or should be a club that shouldn't wait for you. If you want to join Real Madrid, you go and you join Real Madrid. So I hope that Florentino Perez and the boards do not change the policy because of Kylian Mbappé. Yes, he's a fantastic player. I'm not denying the quality that he has. He has shown it before. But it doesn't mean that, number one, you change your club policy and you go and, say to Mbappé, look, we're going to wait for you. And two, you miss out and not go for other players just to wait for Mbappé. Like, there are other players out there that you can go for. If Real Madrid are willing to spend 200 million euros on Mbappé, why not spend half of that on someone else, another striker? Like, come on. Just, Real Madrid still need a striker, regardless of whether Mbappé joins or not. So please, do the sensible thing and act accordingly. Because Real Madrid fans, by this point, surely, other than me, have to be sick and tired of this. Like, if you're a Real Madrid fan, let me know in the comments down below. But I assume, and I really, really do think that you would be sick and tired of this Mbappé saga by this point. Because it's been going on for ages, and during this period, we haven't seen a striker come in to back up Benzema, and now to replace Benzema. So let's see what happens. Of course, 11 more days to go on this saga. Now, this is the first Real Madrid squad list of the season 4, the Real Madrid pre-season tour. You can say here, hashtag Real Madrid on tour. So this is the squad list. I'll run through it with you. So in goal, we've got Courtois, Lunin, Pinero in front, both of them from Castilla, I believe. At the back, we've got Carvajal, we got Militao, we got Alaba, Nacho, Odriozola we'll get on to later on, Lucas Vazquez, Fran Garcia, Rudiger, and Ferland Mendy. So that's 3 right backs, 4 centre backs, and 2 left backs in the squad list. In midfield, we've got Jude Bellingham, Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, Camavinga, Valverde, Tchouaméni, Arda Güler, and Nico Paz, who joins because Dani Ceballos got an injury. I'm pretty sure he trained for like 1 or 2 days and he got injured. I still don't know how he got injured, by the way. But that is the midfield. Now I'm looking forward really in these 4 games, right? If you forgot who Real Madrid have got in this preseason tour, we got AC Milan, Manchester United, Barcelona, and Juventus. I'm looking forward to seeing Bellingham. Really, really excited to see Arda Güler as well. Of course, we know what Kroos, Modric, Camavinga, Valverde, and Tchouaméni give, but I'm looking forward to see Bellingham try to mix and fit in with these players. You know, Bellingham, I want to see him play with Kroos and Modric. You know, and see what that dynamic looks like with the older players and what he can learn from them. I want to see him play with players like Camavinga, Valverde, and Tchouaméni, the next generation, to see what we've got in the future. I want to see Arda Güler as well. He probably play on the right wing because the midfield is so packed. Nico Paz, look, he looks like an exciting young player, but is he ever going to get the chance? Maybe one day, you don't know, but you know, I don't really think that he will ever quite get that chance. But he's still a very young player, of course. Hopefully, he gets some minutes as well. But Bellingham, Arda Güler, I mean, to a certain extent, Nico Paz, I'm really interested to see what these three can offer because we haven't really seen much of them with the first team. Of course, we haven't seen much of Bellingham and Arda Güler because they've only recently joined and Nico Paz hasn't been caught up before. So I'm looking forward to see what that midfield will look like. But the problem, if you can see, is four attackers: Vinny Jr., Rodrigo, Joselu, and Brahim Diaz. Now, again, like I said, Arda Güler could be utilized as a right winger, meaning that Brahim Diaz is the backup left winger, but we still need a striker. You can clearly tell a striker is needed. Now, Alvaro Rodriguez is not in the squad list. We'll get on to that later on. But yeah, four strikers. Not four strikers, four attackers. One striker. We need another striker. It's clear to tell. It's clear to tell. We shouldn't be in this position where we only have one striker. So this is a squad list. Like I said, Dani Ceballos is not in. Of course, with injury. So, except for that, this squad really is the usual squad with a couple of young players coming in as well and the new signings, of course. Now, like I said, Joselu is the only striker caught up for the preseason games. No Alvaro. Also, Nico Paz is the only academy outfield player, except for the two goalies, of course, caught up by Ancelotti for the preseason games in the USA. And also, I forgot Renier. Of course, I forgot he even played for Real Madrid. But Renier, who came back from Girona, will not travel to Real Madrid's USA tour as he's waiting to go out on loan. Now, apparently, he's loaned back to Girona failed or something like that. So that's not gonna happen. Also, I want to have a look at what Toni Kroos had to come out and say. This is from Toni Kroos himself. El Clasico can never be just a friendly game because of what it means to both fans. It's a special match, and in a special stadium, it's what the match deserves. Talking about the upcoming preseason games. Also, about the game against Manchester United. Real Madrid and Manchester United might be the two clubs with the most fans in USA. I agree. I think the two clubs have the biggest fan bases in the world. I look forward to a great atmosphere in that game. So that's very, very, very interesting. I'm also going to talk about this. New Real Madrid are monitoring Leo's 17-year-old centre back Lenny Yoro. For me, I have no idea who that is. It's from Fabrice Hawkins, by the way. I forgot to address that. I don't know who he is. I've never really watched him. By the sound of it, he looks like he's a good player. But let's see, because this is really, really interesting, because it's only one source coming out and saying this. It's not like multiple sources, so just take it with a pinch of salt. However, speaking of sources, Fabrizio Romano has come out with this. Spanish right back Alex Jimenez will sign later today with AC Milan from Real Madrid on loan with buy option. And I want to scroll back up to the final news in terms of an outgoing total agreement between Alvaro Odriozola and Real Sociedad from Relevo We talked about them on this channel before. So, that's all we have today. Let me know what your thoughts are on Kylian Mbappé. Also on the preseason squad list. Also on the players getting called up. Toni Kroos and his comments. Let me know what your thoughts are as well. And on Real Madrid's interest in that young French centre back, that name I forgot. And also Alex Jimenez and Alvaro Rodriguez both leaving potentially as well. But I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the like button if you did. Subscribe, turn the on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.